Bernadette and Sheila are from the Waterloo group. Otherwise, we've got Barnes group, Jean is every group, and the Mortlake group. The first lot you're going to see is what you've contributed to. So, our rendition of your answers, which you might not recognise, but you can ask questions afterwards. And then I will...
We've worked really from some of the ideas that you might have encountered with Anne, things like the length in the body, the vertical through the body, and the sense of breadth, and how you experience those dimensions in your own body. So I've set what we call little tasks, choreographic tasks for the dancers, and they've produced a lot of the material, a lot of the dance steps that you're about to see, and I've kind of arranged them in some way. So the cello suite that we used is the number 2, and we're going to do 4 pieces, not more.
I spent 4 days working with these guys, which was really, really great fun, especially because everyone was up for trying this idea that I wanted to have a go at, which was copying edits from films, from feature films. And so what we did was we looked at each piece of film, each cut in the film, and tried to reproduce it as you actually see it in real life and not as you know what is going on in a film. For example, to give the most banal, when you see a close-up of a hand going towards a doorknob and then somebody looking through, a close-up of someone looking through the door, we understand that that's the same person who's opened the door, looking through the door. But if you just break it down into separate images, you get a collection of actions that don't necessarily make sense to us in real life as they do on film. We tried, over the 4 days, we tried lots of different things, and then on the last day, we tried Hitchcock's The Birds. And it's the scene where Tippi Hedren goes upstairs, if you know the film, and finds the birds fly in through the hole in the roof. And you'll see what we did. it in the first piece, and
was.
very
Yeah.
exceedingly effective.
It was very good.
But it did.
You know what I mean? A little bit like what it became later when it slowed down, but earlier it was like I was my youthful partner, a
Yeah.
person who was like me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. And then we changed.
Mother was saying a reluctant farewell to a child. Is that,
Right.
did I read that correctly?
You were right in that there was a scene with children,
Yes.
and that actually came from Joanne's answers to the questionnaire. And the dancers were all sitting at the front of the stage as the children,
Yes.
and Patrick was
And the bag.
Patrick was Derek and Joanne.
Interesting was all the fluidity which
Oh, the
nobody
fluidity was
touched
lovely.
anybody else, but reflected the next person's movements. I thought that was really special.
This dancer here, I wondered whether he was showing that that maybe he'd forgotten something. You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
what
Touching one's head sometimes. Had one forgotten something? You know, one's getting a bit old. Had one forgotten something? Holding on to your head.
That was exactly right.
I thought
Yeah.
the death scene was very cool and relaxed and really quite beautiful.
Is there anything you'd like to ask the dancers, seeing as there's the opportunity?
Yes, emotionally, how does it make you feel? Is that a hard question?
Yeah, it makes it easier to do it. And then to be light again, and then to be sad again, to keep changing internally. It makes the movement easier.
So that can be quite tiring.
It's tiring. I felt sort of locked in. I longing to lift my head, you know, sort of ache of the caught and very frustrating. There's a bit of extra help to have a pictorial thing. But I found it quite easy using the words initially, and then it got harder and harder the more I thought about what was really being said.
It's really interesting to work with someone else's thoughts, someone who has more experience than myself and perhaps sees things in a slightly different way. So yeah, it's great fun.
I think a round of applause for Anne.
Yeah.